Guys, it's Ash and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So yeah, it's 2019, it's a new year and we're gonna get started with these videos. Currently, I kind of started off late in 2019 because you guys see in the next vlog, my hard drive, like, it crashed. It's done. And I've been so sad about it because all my files, since like I've been doing YouTube forever, were on there and I wasn't smart enough to like back up my hard drive. So I kind of lost all my stuff. So I'm trying to figure out how to like get that stuff back. And also I had to buy another hard drive because that's how I edit. Like, you need a hard drive to save all the clips on and stuff. But I got that together, so we're back to making videos and all that good stuff. So yeah, lots of new content coming. I've been like writing down all the types of videos you guys want to see. So all that stuff is coming. Really new stuff is coming this year. I also want to give a quick shout out to this brand that I have on today. It is called I Am My Brand. So if you're like an entrepreneur or you got your own business, you know, anything, or you're just like proud to be yourself, you are your brand. So check them out. Their Instagram is right here and I will link it also in the description. Check them out. Really cool hoodies and stuff like that. So let's get started into this video. So this video is going to be flight attendant frequently asked questions, Q&A, because I always get so many questions. And just to give you guys a quick warning, I'm only 3 months in the game. So like once I'm 6 months in, I'll really be able to like do more stuff and show you guys more things. But you know, I'm only 3 months in, but I do get those like initial questions, I guess, because so many people follow me and they're so excited, they see me living a life and they want to know too. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna do a Q&A. So this is gonna be my first Q&A. Of course, more questions are gonna come and I'll do another one maybe like in another 6 months or something. I don't know, but I want to do a Q&A so that you guys could like kind of get like an inside look on the flight attendant lifestyle, and I'm gonna share like as much as I can. So yeah, I'm not gonna share my airline. I'm not gonna share where I'm based. If you guys guess any of this stuff, that's good for you. Don't comment because I'm just gonna delete it. So yeah, let's get started. Oh, and also these questions came from my Instagram. So you guys are probably like, if your question doesn't get answered, you guys got to follow my Instagram because that's where I put all my stuff on. Like, if you guys have questions, you can ask me there. Sometimes I reply to my DMs, but I can't reply to all of them. So this is me trying to like get as much as possible because I don't want to be rude and not reply. I've never been that type of person, but I get tired of typing the same thing over and over again. I'm always on the move, so it's kind of like, you know, this is just a simple way to just get everything answered. So you guys make sure you follow my Instagram because if you miss this questionnaire, then you can do the next one. Okay. How long did you wait before receiving your flight school dates? Well, my process was really fast. I decided, you know, I was kind of lost. Like, I really didn't know, you know, what I was going to do in life or something that's going to make me happy. I didn't really feel like sitting at a desk and all that stuff. And so I was just seeing my friends post pictures from all over the place. And I slid in my friend's Amber. Shout out to Amber. I put her flight attendant because she has like a blog thing too on Instagram. I put her thing on there. Shout out to her. I slid into her DMs and I was just like, hey, I want to be a flight attendant. How can I do this? And she literally referred me. Like, I researched, got everything I needed, which was just my resume and stuff. You just apply. And I always have all the airlines that are applying below, by the way. I just applied and literally a month later, it literally only took a month. They sent me like, I went to the interview, literally driving back from the interview, they emailed me saying I got the job. And they wanted me to start literally like that next month. So it was like in three weeks, but I had a cruise. So they let me start in October. So I really got to kind of like get my life together. I kind of got to live. I didn't work for like a month. So like I was chilling. Did you have to take the swimming test during training? Not for my company. I didn't have to take the swimming test. I do believe that some companies you do have to take the swimming test. Basically, it depends on where your airline mostly flies. Like if it's going to be going over the ocean a lot. That's just how it depends on if you have to take a swimming test. But no, I did not take a swimming test. If I ever switch airlines and I have to take a swimming test, I know how to swim. So, would you recommend this job for a single mother? Okay. So my thing is, a lot of my friends, my flight attendant friends, a lot of them are mothers. I don't know any that are single mothers because to me, like, you know, it's a lot of times where I'm home, and I'll get into that question later because somebody asked that. But you also want to do it, like, a main reason I want to do this job is because I want to travel a lot, right? So if I have a kid, on my off days, I'm going to have to take care of my kid, not really like go on these trips, these last minute trips like I be doing. Like, I'm never home on my off days. Like, I'm never just chilling on my off days. So to me, if I was a single mother and I had a kid, I would kind of feel like, okay, this job is not for me because I need to be home a lot. But if you have a lot of support, like my mom, she would be like, oh no, you gotta be home with the kid, you know, you ain't going to the Bahamas this weekend. Like, but if you have a lot of support and somebody like willing to help you all the time, then I would say go for it. It really just depends on your dynamic. If you're married, a lot of my flight attendant friends are married and their husband supports them. It really just depends on your dynamic. Video interview tips. I'm gonna do a whole video giving tips because I get that question all the time. So in the future, I'm gonna do a whole video. Choosing a good airline to work for. So this is a great question. When choosing which airline you want to work for, look at where that company is based. And again, all the airlines that are currently hiring are always in my description. Look at the airlines that, well, one are hiring, where their hubs are, because you don't want to, like, when you sign up for an airline, say if you live in Atlanta and you want to work for Delta, right? Okay, so that's smart because Delta has Atlanta hub and you can live there and you can stay home. But you also might get like their other hub, Mississippi. So you need to be open-minded. You kind of need to be ready to, okay, I might not be based where I live, but I can always go home. So I'm not based in Atlanta. I'll say that. I'm not based in Atlanta, but I'm always in Atlanta. I can go somewhere as much as I want, like at least 3 days out of the week. I choose not to go all the time because I like to go other places, like when I went to Aruba. It just depends on what I got going on. But so you have to be open-minded. So yeah, you're probably gonna have to leave home. So when you're choosing the best airline, make sure you look up the company benefits. That's a big thing because every company doesn't have the same benefits. I'm lucky to have a great company with great benefits. Look up just like how their scheduling works. Look up, research people on YouTube or something that's at that airline. Look up the basis. You just gotta know everything. Don't just dive head in and then you get there and you're like, oh, this is not really for me. Because I tell you, a flight attendant is pretty much either hit or miss. Either people love it or they hate it. I would say the perfect person for a flight attendant is somebody who is, you know, likes people. I don't want to sound cliche, but likes people, who enjoys staying on the move. I definitely want to say a homebody. And that's something that I'm not. I'm not a homebody at all. Like I can have my chill self days for one day, but the next day I'm like itching to go somewhere. Like I'm always somebody who likes to go somewhere. And if I haven't flown for like a week, I'd be like, dang, I want to fly again. So you really gotta just research and stuff and, you know, ask these questions like you guys are doing because it's really either hit or miss. But yeah, so when you're choosing your best airline, just research everything that's for you and look up those bases. That's like the most important thing I say. Look at the bases. Did you have to know the time zones before you went to training for the pre-entrance test? The time zones, no, but I did have to know, like, once they hire you, they give you like information that you should know before coming to training. Well, my airline did. And I had to know military time, but I already knew military time from working at Disney. And you just have to know like certain stuff. You don't have to know all the airport codes, but it's good to familiarize yourself with it. But yeah, military time is a 24-hour clock, so you don't have to know the time zones. And then like when you land and you do your announcements, you just look at your watch and just to see what time it is, and you pretty much know where you are. Like I be forgetting what city I'm in sometimes, but you know, you have your crew to be like, okay, wait, where are we going again? Like it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so the pay, I don't really know how much I can really talk about the pay. Because remember guys, I just started, so I'm gonna skip that question for now. But you guys can look that up. Like, just look it up. Do I think I can survive being a flight attendant as a beginner? Yes, I definitely think I can survive. A lot of people like from my training class, I'm not gonna lie, like they quit because sometimes you get based in a city where it's expensive, or you get based in a city where you have to like stay in a crash pad, and that's basically like where you stay with a whole bunch of other flight attendants. I got lucky and I did my research before, and I knew that my airline had a base that I had family members at or whatever, so I stay with my family member when I'm working. You know, my off days I go home, you know, for 3 days, or I I go somewhere else or whatever. Like next week, I'm off days. I'm going to Texas. And I got a lot of off days next week, so I'll probably go to Atlanta too. So it just depends. But yeah, I'm definitely going to survive in the beginning. Because, you know, I just stay with my family members. So it's not really like I don't have to pay rent. I don't really have a lot of expenses. Like all I'm doing is paying back some loans. Yeah, and then so after that 6 months, you know, you get your raise and stuff and all that stuff. But yeah, but mentally wise, a lot of people can't survive the beginning stage of being a flight attendant because they're not used to being away from family and all this stuff, and that's something you have to take in consideration. But me, I grew up where I wasn't always like around my family. Like me and my dad are really close, but my parents are divorced, and my dad always lived like 3 to 5 hours away from me. So it's like I'm used to that dynamic of not seeing somebody I care about every day. So somebody said, hey, I definitely want to travel with you and stuff. So speaking of traveling, I'm starting this with my friends. We're starting a travel group called More Life Travel, and we're going to be hosting trips. So our first trip we're hosting is Cancun. Unfortunately, it's already booked up. Like everybody, it was 10 spots and it's already booked up. So we're going to start hosting these trips because I think it's very important for me to, since I'm in this position, to be able to allow other people to see the world too. Because we know we always got those friends that's like, oh, I don't have no friends to travel with. None of my friends really be about that life. So it's like, I'm going to start going places with me and my friends that are hosting it. We're going to start going places. We plan out, you know, the place to stay, the flights, the excursions, which are the activities, everything. All you got to do is sign up and pay your payment plans. So make sure you follow my Instagram because all that stuff is going to be on there. Like I said, the first trip is booked. But for you guys that want to travel, keep following my Instagram because lots of stuff coming, I'm telling you. 2019 is the year of travel, guys. Do you have to know a second language to become a flight attendant? No, but it definitely boosts like your chances if you apply, I would say, because you do meet people, a lot of people that can't speak English. They speak Spanish or something. And then also I have met people who can't really hear, like I have met passengers who can't really hear or talk. And he had to talk to me through the notes in his phone. And we had a long conversation on the plane. It's so cool meeting people from all over the world and stuff like that. And just like, you know, everybody isn't like us and that is okay. But that's going to another story. But yeah, you don't have to know a second language, but it definitely boosts your chance. Another thing that boosts your chances is having a lot of customer service jobs in the past. And your degree also boosts your chances. I know a lot of people say, oh, you don't have to have a flight attendant. I mean, you don't have to have a degree to become a flight attendant, but I'm telling you, it does boost your chances between somebody else who doesn't have a degree. Like, say somebody else walked in and y'all had the same exact personality, same exact everything, same customer service skills, and then one had a degree, one didn't. That would boost your chance. Like, I mean, that's just the way life works. But you don't necessarily have to have a degree. Yeah, and people enter the flight, this is going to another different question. People enter the flight attendant lifestyle at a different level. Like some of my friends, like they enter it as a second career. Some people enter it as a first career like me. And then one of you guys say, what I plan on doing next? So what I plan on doing next is in like, I guess 5 to 6 years, because I want to be a flight attendant for a long time because I'm obsessed with the benefits. I'm obsessed with the job. It's not hard. You don't work every day. I don't fly every day. I'm on something called like reserve right now. It's basically like I'm on call this whole week, and sometimes they call, sometimes they don't. Like they didn't call me all week, so I haven't worked all week. So I just been at home chilling, catch up on my sleep because I've been going on so many vacations. So I've been catching up on my sleep. Yeah, and so you don't work every day, you don't fly every day like people think. But the thing about it is you still have to be in your base. So it's good that I live at a family member base, because I still have to be here. I can't go home. But it's like I didn't fly all this week. You know, that's just how it works. But yeah, as I said, I plan on being a flight attendant for the next like 5 to 6 years. And then, so whenever I want to settle down and have a kid and have a family, like not dating, because you can still do this job and dating. Like I'm dating. But when I want to like have a kid, because when I have a kid, I want to like, you can't have a newborn and be a flight attendant, first of all, because really you got to be there unless you have this crazy support. But when I have a kid and stuff, I'm gonna settle down and I'm gonna move within the management, the supervisor position with my airline. That's what I'm gonna try to move up to, so that I can still have my benefits, so I can still be in aviation, because I love aviation. And then that's when I use my master's degree. So got the backup plan. But right now I'm about to travel the world and see the world while we're young. The most difficult part, somebody said what was the most difficult part of the whole process. It wasn't the interview. Yes, the interview was so nerve-wracking because you know when you want something so bad, you're just like, wait, I don't want to mess this up. Like, I can't mess this up. So it wasn't the interview part that was the worst part. Like, once I got over that, like, once I was in the interview, I was confident. In our interview, like, we had like a little group session, and I killed it. I volunteered to lead my group. Like, I did good. Like, I be really nervous, but once I get in a position, I kill it. The nerve-wracking part or the difficult part was when you're actually in training. And I have a whole video, like, go to my flight attendant videos already. I have a whole series on my channel. It's how I became a flight attendant, my training process. The training was hard. I'm not gonna, like, kid you not. Like, I had my bachelor's and my master's, and training for flight attendant was really one of the hardest things I had to do, because mine was only a month. You go there every day for 12 hours, go to class 12 hours. You only have Saturdays and Sunday off. And it's intense and it's hard. You're not learning like people. You learn all the stuff that happens that rarely happens. So we had to learn like all these emergencies, all these medical stuff. Like, we do a lot up there. Like, up in the air, we're babysitters, because if a child unaccompanied minor comes on, we have to freaking watch them and make sure they don't move. We're freaking nurses and doctors up there, medical, firefighters, self-defense, how to move a bomb. It's a lot of stuff you have to learn and train, and people don't understand. So that was the most difficult part, learning all that stuff. Make sure you pass the test, because you got to get a certain grade on the test. And if you don't, then you're just done. And it's like, I was very nervous because I done told everybody that I got the job. And Jane was so hard. But yeah, so that was the difficult part. Is it what I expected? Yeah, it's definitely, I don't know why I just hesitate like that. It's definitely what I expected. It's even more. Sometimes I cry because I'm just so happy about, like, that I found this, and I'm so happy that, like, my life came full circle, because if some of the bad stuff that didn't happen to me would have happened, like me not finding my job and all this other stuff after college, I would have never found this job. And I'm just so thankful that God had a plan for me and it all worked out. I'm extremely happy. I love the job. I love the flexibility. I love that I don't work every day. I love that I can just go anywhere I want. Like, I can just, like, tomorrow, like, I'm going to Texas next weekend. Like, I can just go anywhere I want. I love it. The last question is, how often am I home? Okay, so like I said, I'm at home as much as I want to be. So for instance, this week, I have Friday through Sunday off. Monday to Thursday, I'm on call, so I have to be my base, which is my base. But this weekend I decided I can go to Atlanta, like, tomorrow or tonight. Since I'm off Friday to Sunday, I could fly to Atlanta and I can just stay there. But I don't want to do that because I need to give my body a break, because since I graduated, I've always been on the move, literally. So I'm gonna just chill this weekend and save some money. But yeah, and then next week I'm off Tuesday through Thursday. So I'm going home that week, because it's like, it'd be a week from when I went home. So I'm going home Tuesday and Thursday, and then I work Friday through Sunday. So you get what I'm saying? Like, that's how it is. Like, I'll be on reserve, you know? So it's like, you on your reserve period, where you have to be at your base because they could call you to work. Then you have your off days, and you can go, like how I went to Aruba, how I'm going to Texas, like how I'm going to Atlanta. You can do what you want on your off day, so you choose how often you want to be home. And each month you bid for your schedule. So if you have something going on, like I'm going to Mardi Gras and stuff, I'm going to bid, and that just means placing like the dates that you want off, because you get 10 to 12 days off. You know, pick the days you want off and you'll get them, and it works into your schedule. It's really perfect. Like, 'cause sometimes I need the weekdays off, sometimes I need the weekends off. You know what I'm saying? So it really just depends on you and how you want to do things. But some people I know, like, they have it, they just want to be off every weekend and they go home every weekend. That's good. Me, I'm not trying to be home in Atlanta every weekend. I'm trying to travel and go places. So it just depends. But yeah, I hope I answered a lot of you guys' questions. I'm actually on call right now, so I gotta go to the airport because I'm on hot, and that means you have to sit at the airport, not at your house. So yeah, some days you do have those days where you gotta sit at the airport. That I don't like. But yeah, so I have to go. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope I answered a lot of you guys' questions. If you have more, I'll try to answer them. Leave a comment. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Lots of videos coming. Bye guys. And follow my Instagram. Yeah, new videos coming.